But you'll notice in the setting there in these first two chapters, in the first two verses, Jesus is all alone. Who would have known what Jesus did if he had turned the stone into bread? He had the authority to do it. He had the power to do it. He had the need for it. Sometimes temptation is getting us to meet a God-given need in a God-forbidden way. He most certainly could have turned the stone into bread. He had a need that had been given to him by God, but a need doesn't represent the right to meet that need. But no one would have known. The whisper in their ear is, nobody's watching. The door is closed. You're on a business trip and there's nobody you know in this city. Nobody on earth may know, but the only one that really matters sits in heaven's throne, and he's always watching us. That's a good thing because we need him. But we're never all alone. And he may whisper, nobody knows, nobody sees, nobody will hear. Your wife doesn't know, your children aren't here. God is there, God knows. And that's why you can call out to him, help me during this time of temptation. Strengthen me during this time of temptation. We're never all alone. That's a good thing for us. I want you to notice the first temptation, as we talked about just a moment ago, is meeting a God-given need in a God-forbidden way, turning a stone into bread in verses 3 and 4. What often happens is we have the same kind of thoughts running through our mind that Adam and Eve had running through their mind. God's holding out on you the good life. God's holding out the good life from you. God's keeping you from eating, so you've got to take care of yourself. The grass is greener on the other side of the fence. You're going to have to jump the fence. For Adam and Eve, it was that God was keeping them from being like him. God had already created them in his image. They were created in the image of God, just like you and I. And Satan says, if you eat from the knowledge of the tree of good and evil, God knows you're going to be like him. They were already like him in all of the ways they could possibly be like him. But they were convinced in the depths of their soul, I can't trust God because God isn't going to meet my most basic of needs. He gave me the need for food. He's not giving me any food. I'll have to eat the food for myself. I'll have to seize it for myself. I'll have to do it on my own. If God isn't going to meet my need, which he gave me, so the need isn't the problem. It's meeting the God-given need in a God-forbidden way that becomes the problem. He whispers, you must look out for yourself. Because no one else, and that means even God, is looking out for you. So you've got to take care of number one. You've got to do what's best for you. You hear that in psychobabble all the time. Do what's best for you. You can't love others if you don't love you. That's not what the Bible teaches.